Hello guys, I'm Stefan from Cineglimpse YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing well, and today's video is gonna be about the top 10 best upcoming movies for the end of 2022 and for next year. So let's get right into the video. I Am Legend is about Neville, who is the last person on Earth after a virus made by humans kills everyone else. The sequel might pick up in a time when the cure Neville made has been made available and given out. It's not clear if Neville, who died at the movie's end to save the new cure, will live long enough to see it.
New York. Washington, D.C. People are afraid.
I can't tell what you're more afraid of. What you will find.
It would be interesting to see a split between the Dark Seekers and people who have been cured or aren't infected. This would raise questions about humanity and how we define what needs to be cured. What if some of the infected don't want to be cured? Is it possible they've come up with a unique culture and way of surviving that they're happy to live with? Who else can tell them how to live? On the other hand, if their way of life is bad for other people, how fair is it to leave them alone? These are things that could make for a very interesting sequel because they would expand on some of the more philosophical themes that were in the first movie.
Do you know of any other survivors?
They destroyed us. And I don't understand why it is happening this way.
There is hope.
You want retribution.
The Howling Wolves have returned due to a horrific evil, but only a werewolf like Scott McCall can assemble new allies and bring together old ones to fight back against what may be the most formidable and deadly foe.
Set me free.
A horrible evil has shown itself in Beacon Hills with the emergence of the full moon. The wolves are howling once more, beckoning the banshees, were-coyotes, hellhounds, kitsons, and all other nighttime shapeshifters to come out of hiding. But only a werewolf like Scott McCall, who is still an alpha despite having reached adulthood, can assemble new allies and bring together old ones in order to fight back against what may be the strongest and deadliest foe they have ever encountered.
Hey, Allison! She's alive! She's back.
My son sacrificed his life to save me. These powers.
In ancient Kondak, Teth Adam was bestowed the almighty powers of the gods. After using these powers for vengeance, he was imprisoned, becoming Black Adam. Nearly 5,000 years have passed and Black Adam has gone from man, to myth, to legend. Now released, his unique form of justice, born out of rage, is challenged by modern-day heroes who form the Justice Society: Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and Cyclone. The movie will also feature the international gang of criminals imaginatively named Intergong. Additionally, Bodhi Sabangi will reportedly be playing an as yet undisclosed key character from the Black Adam comics. Besides Adam, the movie will also see Shahi play Adriana Tomas, a university professor and resistance fighter in Kondak. In the comics, Adriana eventually becomes the superhero called Isis and marries Black Adam. She is responsible for tempering Adam's violent tendencies and pushing him towards more heroic paths. Whether the character will have a similar path in the movie is something we'll have to wait and see. It's currently unknown how the movie connects to Shazam. But the death of the wizard could be what allows Adam to escape his prison. While the specifics of the movie's plot haven't been released yet, we'll probably see Black Adam re-establish his kingdom. This might cause the JSA to oppose him, leading to a war between Adam and the superheroes. Considering how these stories usually go, a bigger threat will probably rise, causing the heroes to band together to save the world. Winston will likely return for John Wick, Chapter 4 after he shot and nearly killed John at the end of John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum, but some believe he didn't actually want him dead. The John Wick 3 ending showed that Winston's, Ian McShane, supposed betrayal reaffirmed his loyalty to the shadowy organization called the High Table, yet the killing actually provided the wounded John with the opportunity to escape. Throughout the John Wick movie series, John defied the High Table and its elders' laws, forcing him to fight for his life against the world's deadliest assassins. The former hitman would not have survived as long as he did without Winston's aid, as the Continental's manager used his influence whenever possible to keep John one step ahead of his adversaries. However, Winston is forced to face repercussions for his complicity when the High Table labels him and John as enemies for violating the Council's laws in John Wick, Chapter 3.
Tyler? You drown, not by falling into the river, but by staying submerged in it.
After scarcely enduring his horrifying injuries from his central goal in Dhaka, Bangladesh, Tyler Rake is back, and his group is prepared to take on their next mission. Entrusted with extricating a family who is helpless before a Georgian criminal, Tyler penetrates one of the world's deadliest detainment facilities to save them. However, when the extraction gets hot, and the criminal kicks the bucket during the most intense part of the conflict, his similarly merciless sibling finds Rake and his group to Sydney to pursue Retribution.
Just another target.
James Bond is due to return for a 7th installment. The next Mission Impossible film, titled Dead Reckoning, is expected to hit cinemas sometime in 2023. Dead Reckoning will be a 2-part set of films, making up the 7th and 8th installments of the franchise. The trailer reveals many of the huge action scenes and impressive stunts that have become the franchise's trademark. We learn comparatively little about the storyline that will await us when the film finally hits the cinema. We learn of Vanessa Kirby's return as arms dealer Alana Mepolis and that Haley Atwell is to be introduced as a mysterious new character called Grace. S.I. Morales will play the film's villain, and the trailer teases us with many hugely cinematic sets, from inner cities to deserts. The film is reportedly to end on a potentially big cliffhanger in order to set the scene for the follow-up film. The 8th installment of the film franchise will naturally be titled Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 and is scheduled for release in 2024.
It's a bad idea. Is it ever a good one? Honestly.
No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry.
The nation of Wakanda is pitted against intervening world powers as they mourn the loss of their King T'Challa. At the dawn of King Chala's death, invading forces from around the world target Wakanda's vibranium, unleashing chaos, and it will be the duty of Shuri, Baku, Nakia and Okoye to defend the nation, especially when a mysterious Mexican civilization emerges from the depths of the sea. Queen Ramonda, Shuri, Baku, Okoye and the Dora Milaje fight to protect the kingdom of Wakanda from intervening world powers in the wake of King Chala's death. As the Wakandans strive to embrace their next chapter, the heroes must band together with the help of War Dog Nakia and Everett Ross and forge a new path for their nation. The new film welcomes a whole new set of stars, with just Daniel returning from the original film as Benoit Blanc. This time, he will be joined by Fight Club's Edward Norton, Homecoming star Janelle Monáe, WandaVision's Kathryn Hahn, Hamilton's Leslie Odom Jr., Iron Fist actress Jessica Henwick, Outer Banks' Madeline Klein, as well as How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days star Kate Hudson and Guardians of the Galaxy's Dave Bautista. Among those on the guest list are Miles' former business partner Andy Brand, current Connecticut Governor Claire DeBella, cutting-edge scientist Liano Toussaint, fashion designer and former model Birdie J and her conscientious assistant Peg, and influencer Duke Cody and his sidekick girlfriend Whiskey. As in all the best murder mysteries, each character harbors their own secrets, lies and motivations. When someone turns up dead, everyone is a suspect.
Alert for the word movie.
I like movies. Don't hate.
They are not prepared for.
A historical epic inspired by true events that took place in the Kingdom of Dahomey, one of the most powerful states of Africa in the 18th and 19th centuries. The Lady Ruler is the wonderful story of the Agoji, the all-female unit of fighters who safeguarded the African realm of Dahomey during the 1800s with abilities and a furiousness dissimilar to anything the world has at any point seen. Propelled by evident occasions, the Lady Lord follows the sincerely legendary excursion of General Naniska, Oscar-registered Victor Viola Davis, as she prepares the up-and-coming age of enlisted people and prepares them for the fight to come against not entirely set in stone to obliterate their lifestyle. A few things merit battling for.